I'm Natalie and this is James, and this is our home, Zephyr. We have been sailing around the world for the past 4 years, and now we have got a couple of stowaways on board. Meet Flint and Kira, two puppy Weimaraners that are joining the adventure. Subscribe and welcome to our channel, Sailing Zephyr. Last week we left off right about here, a little more than the halfway point of our passage from Grand Bahama to Wrightsville Beach, North Carolina. The forecast had proven to be pretty incorrect, and we had had a slow and unpleasant passage up to this point.
Alright guys, so there you have it, 3 in the morning. The wind is finally kicked in proper, good angle. We got full sails. We got 21 knots true, about 15 apparent. We're just sailing at 7.9 and we're surfing up to 9. We've obviously well into the Gulf Stream now. But finally, we're having some good conditions. So yeah, hopefully this continues all night. And we have a good run into Wrightsville. Anyways, I'm gonna settle down. I've just lost all my night fishing. Well guys, we've just had one of the biggest squalls I think I've ever been through. Not the biggest, but one of the top 5 for sure. We had lightning, heavy wind, heavy rain. We got backwinded on the other side, and it's now turned the sea state into a washing machine. We were having a great sail, and now this is horrible. We've got like 6 to 10 foot just chop from every direction. And we still have hundreds of miles to go, so this kind of sucks. No. This is definitely not turning out to be a passage I'd want to do again. All the weather forecasts wrong.
We've decided to put the sail out. We're getting a little bit more than 4 knots of wind, so hoping that it holds with our forward momentum with the engine going. So that's given us a ton of stability because the boat was just side to side.
Yeah, as Nat was saying, we've got the sails out now. We're motor sailing. We picked up a little bit of speed, a lot of stability. But the biggest problem is that we don't want to sit and bob because we're right in the middle of the Gulf Stream, and the problem we got with what's happened with the forecast is we were supposed to have all the wind going with us, and it's not. It's coming from ahead of us, which is wind against current. So the waves in the Gulf Stream, like on any camera, don't look big at all, but they're at least 10 foot, big rollers, and they're coming from like 3 different directions. So if we just bobbed right now, we did try it, it was like intolerable. Everything in the boat was just getting destroyed. So yeah, we made the decision we're gonna motor, which is really annoying because we were really excited about this passage. We planned it so carefully so that we could sail a huge chunk of it. And I was saying to Nat a few minutes ago, 2 hours of our 3 or 4 day passage so far have been accurate. The rest, not even close. So yeah, the ICW is starting to sound pretty darn good, I'll tell you what.
I know.
Anyways, we're both pretty crook. We've just forced a bagel down to try and feel a bit better, and Flinty got a little whimpery because he saw dolphins. He doesn't know what to make of it.
Kira's feeling fine.
Kira's feeling fine. She's roaming the boat. She's on the couch now, just chilling. She better not be chewing on that pillow.
Probably.
I'm gonna go check on her. Are you chewing on that pillow? Are you chewing on the pillow? You are. can't be trusted, Missy Moo, hey? The pillows are officially gone.
You want to give her a chin twist just there? So we're finally sailing again.
Yeah.
Which is great, but the wind is where?
Yeah, the wind's coming where we need to go. Just enough off that we can't sail, but kind of pointing off of course a little bit just to maintain some full sails. But we spotted a big sailboat. First sailboat we've seen since we started the trip.
Yeah, we don't know if it's an oyster or what. It's a big sailing boat. They don't have AIS.
Which is weird.
But it's the first boat that we have seen in, well, apart from a cargo ship. We've seen tons of cargo ships.
There's just
Yeah. Are we flying? Are we flying, Flinty? Yeah. It is a flying fish, but it's a big one. So last morning, and there's a poor dead flying fishy. How did you get there, hey buddy? It? Well, as you can see, we are motor sailing again. It's just picked up now to 10 knots, but we've been sitting on 2 knots all night. It's been glass out though, beautiful. Look at this huge pod that's also coming over. Holy, we've got 2 with us and then this whole pod. Whoa. Whoa. That's it, they're all gone. Whoa, that was a huge pod. That was amazing. We're nearly there. We're nearly in Wrightsville Beach, North Carolina after 3.5 days of everything. Absolutely had everything you can imagine, from lightning storms, which we didn't get. It was in the middle of the night. Both our GoPro batteries were dead. We were actually tucked away because it was that crazy. And we've gone from no wind to 20 knots, which was great, and then back down to no wind, hence why we're motoring. We've got the Jenny out right now. It's just hanging like a shower curtain, but we don't care because we are arriving after 500 nautical miles. We are arriving to North Carolina. So thank goodness. The dogs are excited to get off, excited to get back to the US, to be honest.
Yeah.
Right?
Food.
Food, the people we've met, the places we've seen, the ICW. I'm excited for the ICW. If we get to do it this year, I think we will at some stage.
A little bit.
So, yeah, very excited. The dogs are they know something's going on. They've been so chill the whole way.
Yeah.
And now all of a sudden they're like, hello? I think they smell land as well.
Yeah. Guys, a couple of fun facts about our little trip that Nat has sort of highlighted. We had a top speed on Zephyr of 11.9 knots while we were in the Gulf Stream and sailing with the wind behind us, actually. Well, almost behind us. We had like 10 to 11 foot confused seas, like 3 or 4 different directions, all hit us in the middle of a storm. 500 nautical miles in 3 days and 10 hours. Motored so much because every forecasting model didn't come true. So I don't know, something's screwy with this time of year. Actually, damage has been minimal. We broke a little U bracket that holds one of the lifelines on. I think it's just over the years it's corroded. We put the spinnaker up and it promptly backwinded and we had to pull it down, but it didn't break. We've worn away a little bit of the rub rails on our new tender because the tender was hitting the back of the push baits quite a lot. Because yeah, the conditions were so rough. So, but other than that, pretty minimal damage. Stoked. Let's go anchor.
So this time round, we've obviously skipped all of Florida, Georgia, South Carolina, and we only stayed in Wrightsville long enough for me to go to immigration and have my passport stamped, and pretty much we left the next day. We did a shop and we are on the road again.